Okay, people. So I might have been crazy, but I checked out the other Zoey on Prime. Okay, it's directed by Sara Zandieh, written by Matthew Tabak. It is produced by William Bindley, Mike Kars, Matt Luba, Lena Rocklin, Matthew Tabak. Executive produced by Michael C. Cuddy and Nate Bryson. So John Schwehart handles the music, Eve Cohen cinematography, Maisie Hoy edits the piece, Deanna Brigady was on casting duties. Freddie Waff, production design. Art direction is handled by Paul Luther Jackson. Set decoration, Daniel Aidan Baker. While Carla Shivana handles costume design. Hair and makeup, we got Maggie McGee, Heather A. Hawkins, and Renee Goodwin. The cast. Well, Zoey Miller is played by Josephine Langford, while Zoe Walsh is played by Maggie Thurmon. You've got Zoey Miller's mother, right? Um, Paula is played by Heather Graham. Then there's Zach. Oh, actually, we've got Zoe's best friend Ellie, played by Mallory Johnson. There's Zach MacLaren, played by Drew Starkey. Um, Zach's mother, Connie, played by Andy McDowell. His dad, Matt, played by Patrick Fabian. His sister, Avery, played by Olive Abercrombie. And his cousin, Miles, played by Archie Aranu. We also have Becca, played by Amelia Yu. Diego, played by Jorge Lopez. Francesca, played by Gabriela Serrava. Um, mm, mm, mm. Oh, Zoe Wallace's mother is played by Christy Lynn Smith. Her dad is played by Pierce Lackey. Dr. Tabak, played by John Crow. Dr. Maya Zayed, played by Salim Hadid. Professor Kellogg, played by Gina Stewart. Yeah, that's probably our main group that we see in the film. So the gist is Zoey Miller, a super smart college student who is uninterested in romantic love, has her life turned upside down when Zach, the captain of the boys' soccer team, gets amnesia and mistakes Zoey for his girlfriend. In an attempt to get closer to Zach's cousin Miles, a grad student who shares similar intellectual interests to Zoey, she joins his family on a ski trip for the weekend, pretending to be Zach's girlfriend. Caught in between the two men while maintaining the girlfriend facade, her determination to look for compatibility as opposed to romantic love begins to falter. So, yeah, okay. Boy, boy. Right? So, the whole concept of this film is Zoe believes in data, right? So she's like, oh, and attractions only really work with people who have the similar interests, right? While everyone else is, no, love can just be with it's just who looks good, right? Which is just dumb, right? She's got an app. She's supposedly building an app called Compatidate, which she's just like, oh, you do these surveys and they match you on, your interest. But I'm just like, that's essentially the premise of every fucking dating app, right? You do a survey, you say your interest, what you're looking for, and it's meant to match you with similar people. Now we know it's all bullshit, right? Those apps do not actually work that well. I mean, you might meet someone, but a lot of times it's by chance. You know what I mean? But yeah, so the whole idea of the app, it's not revolutionary, right? So it's kind of like, what? What are we saying here? What are we doing? But I mean, you know what's happening. You know where this is going to go, obviously, right? She's going to meet someone who doesn't match up on the data, right? That's the big thing. But it's how are we going to get there, right? How is this going to work? And I don't know, man. Like, it just seemed very frustrating just because yeah, there didn't really seem like there was any nuance in the writing. There's no gray area. It was all very black and white, right? It's just like, oh, you like computer games. Oh, that must mean you're dumb. I don't like people that like computer games. Oh, you read a book I like. That means we're compatible. Oi. Hey, it's just obviously, right? If you have the same interests with someone, that's great, right? You can connect on different levels, but it's about respect for each other. You might not like the books your partner reads, right? But if you respect them, you're not gonna be like, "Ugh, you're stupid. You read that." You know, like that's just peculiar. Like my girl, she likes the Harry Potter films. I don't, but that's cool because we both like Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? Like, she can like one thing, I don't have to like it. It's all good, but we like other things together. That's how shit works. You respect each other. You know what I mean? Because that's supposedly the person you love. So to kind of just break it on this level just seems kind of infantile, right? Then you've got the whole fucking amnesia thing, which makes no fucking sense. Because firstly, when you look at the speed my man is going on his bike, no, no, just fuck off, right? I've run into doors going faster than that fucking fool. You know what I mean? And yeah, this is just some stupidness, right? Oh, he got amnesia, and then just oh, you can't have any you know any emotional shut up. Like it made no sense. Obviously, right? If you hit your head, obviously, yeah, you don't want to be looking at bright lights. You can have headaches. So you take care of yourself, you monitor it. But the way this is portrayed is some goofy ass shit. Goofier. Then you've got, like, supposedly he's lost all his memory, but he remembers other things. Because throughout, it's just like, huh, I thought that you liked that. Oh, I can't remember. It's just like, there would be none of that, right? It's just, or you'd frame it differently. It'd be like, hold on, I thought you liked that. Oh, hmm, what's going on? Be like, man, this is fucking irritating. I can't remember, right? I don't know if you've told me what your favorite book is. Gah, this is irritating. Hopefully, my memory comes back soon. Like, you'd be talking like that. You're not going to be like, oh, but, oh. So it made no sense. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? And yeah, just a lot of the things in this film make no sense, right? And then when you look at it, right, this is the big thing with a lot of these films. The initial connection is always based on lies, right? Lies that are just crazy. So at the very end, it's just like, how could you ever form a solid relationship when everything was built on mistrust? You know, it never gets addressed. It's fucking crazy. You know, it's so fucking goofy. It's stupid. It's real fucking stupid. And I think it's a disservice because it's written like this is for 4-year-olds. That's what these things are usually, they're like. It's like it's written for 4-year-olds. I feel we're adults. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, I know we're fucking, you know what I mean? Like, and even when, right, I was a young motherfucker, right? When I was 14, 15, you still understood certain shit, right? Obviously, you haven't had the life experience, but you know certain shit, right? You know, right? Telling someone a big lie to try and date them, yeah, it's going to be a problem, right? You know that shit. It's just ridiculous. And I don't know if this is just me, but are you really gonna borrow someone else's swimming costume? That feels kind of weird. That feels like borrowing someone's underwear. You know what I mean? I don't know. It might just be me, but borrowing a swimming costume feels like you're borrowing someone's underwear. That's weird, right? Might borrow a shirt, right? A chick might borrow a dress. Can see borrowing shoes. So I'd want to know how funky someone's feet are if I'm borrowing a shoe. But I ain't asking to borrow someone's swimming costume, right? Or their fucking underwear. That's some weird shit. And the other weird thing was towards the end with the whole, can you build our website? That was like a weird 180 that come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? That was some weird shit. Also, the time it took to do that website, because I'm like, yo, I built websites, right? I built internets, websites at work. It doesn't, it takes longer. It takes longer. All the fucking testing you have to do, just all that shit. So, yeah, this was, it's very goofy. The acting, like, listen, it's not that the acting is horrible, but it doesn't feel very inspired. You know, like I'm not believing anything, just anything whatsoever that's going. I'm not buying any relationships, parental or friendships. You're just not, you haven't sold me on any of the emotional impact of this film. It's just, no, it's not. And I will say the other Zoey relationship, that's just some weird shit, right? My man's got a girlfriend, but it's just sold that it was some bullshit, which is just like, wait, why would you do, like, why did he date this other Zoey in the first place? You know what I mean? It's a weird film. The party scenes are shit. I hate the party scenes. Like, not many people do party scenes well. It's just, you know, one of the recent films with a good party scene. I mean, we got the ill dancing in Book of Clarence, but it's you're not invited to my bar mitzvah. The bar mitzvahs were great in that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think with this film, right, with the other Zoey, if you are a fan of like Totally Killer, you know what I mean? Totally Killer, the after films, obviously, Love at First Sight that we looked at a couple weeks back, right? If those are your jam, then the Other Zoey will probably work for you. It's on Prime, so yeah, have at it.